How do we get rid of that now?
Get rid of what?
You're covered in hearts.
I'm covered in hearts. That's okay. It's a weaker.
Your eyes are hearts.
Oh, my eyes are hearts. Yeah, get rid of that. Yeah.
No
Are we
one's
there?
watching it.
Are we there?
Yeah, we're there. There's
Okay.
Diane.
Hi there, folks. And today we are going to be talking about, obviously, ceramics. And we're going to be talking about, in particular, Roger Kerslake. But just before, I thought that if you'd like to know where something's gone, this is, as you remember, this is by Gillian Macmillan. This was unveiled last Thursday, and it has already winged its way and is now in Vancouver, and it has been christened Gigi. So there you go.
Who christened it Gigi?
Diane, not me.
Good.
I wanted to be, I gave it a boy's name.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it would be kind of fun. Anyway, so today we're talking about Roger Kerslake. Roger Kerslake is a extraordinary artist. As a matter of fact, if we were going to use one word to describe Roger, I think we would have to, well, be two words, Renaissance man, because he's done it all. He is a ceramic artist. He is a musician. He plays the tuba. He paints.
Tuba or trombone?
I thought he said tuba.
I thought he said trombone.
You're probably right because you're always right.
Finally, you admit it.
Yeah, wait, that's only because I'm in a good mood. Anyway, Roger is an absolutely extraordinary ceramic artist. His
coffee in Roger's mugs.
Coffee
My
in
favorite
Roger's
mug.
mugs. I've got the cracked one.
Yep.
Oh, thanks. There we go.
That's Ron's mug.
There we go. Anyway, so Roger studied in England at the Goldsmith Institute in London, and then in 1970 he decided to come over to Canada. As he told me, he came over to Canada because he liked our accent better than the Aussies. I said he could have gone to New Zealand, but that would have been too far away. Anyway, so there you go. My first contact with Roger, and I've told this story before. Matter of fact, I've told it so many times that some of you have probably already heard it. But Roger, when we drove up to his pretty cool studio in Barrie, Ethan and I, Brian, I thought it was Andre and I, but Brian, of course, corrected me as he usually does. And when
Someone's got to.
What?
Someone has to.
Somebody has to, yeah. So anyway, when we got there, after 3 hours of driving, the first thing that Roger said is, "You guys must be tired." This is 11 a.m. He said, "You guys must be really, really tired. So how about a scotch and a cookie?" Yeah, so that was my first contact with Roger, scotch and cookie. The next time we went up, his wife was there, and we ended up having hamburgers on the lanai, which was kind of cool. Anyway, so Roger has had this very, very interesting career. Interesting career because it has spanned, it's spanned over 1970 he came to Canada. It spanned over 50 years. And
he's almost 90 now.
What?
He's almost 90.
I don't think he's... No, but his career in ceramics, he was... He came to Canada in 1970, that's right. And when he came to Canada, it was...
Didn't he used to watch Hamada at the wheel? He used to sit cross-legged when he's like a boy watching Hamada?
Oh, yeah. Nancy's nodding, so I guess that's correct.
Who's Nancy?
Yeah.
Why is she here?
Oh, God. Every now and then, she creeps
Nancy's
out.
our studio audience. She's wearing her mask.
Yeah, she's just popped out of one of her baskets. By the way, if anybody is interested in Roger's latest little anecdotal story, given to me yesterday by Heather, it's about the squirrel that snuck into his bedroom and made away with his dental plate, which they found in the squirrel's nest. I guess he kept his nuts well hidden. Anyway, so here we go. And today we are going to talk about... Now, so his... What? That was a spontaneous line, too. I've
been waiting all week to hear that story. All I heard was that the squirrel shook his teeth. That's all I heard.
No. This might rival David Mackenzie's elk story. Anyway, so Roger is an extraordinary, and actually his place up in Barrie is really, really interesting. Impossible to
Nancy,
find.
do you mind getting the post, please?
Yeah, absolutely impossible to find. But he was driving down the road and saw a for sale sign nailed to a tree. And anyway, he got this place for, I've got a credit card with a higher limit than what he paid for his house and barn and 7 acres. So there you go. So, but back to Roger and back to his career. So he came to Canada, comes to Toronto, where he taught at Central Tech.
That's where Judy's mother went.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Were you saving up that little bit to
Yep.
just sort of surprise me during the talk?
She was there in, I think, the 20s or 30s.
Oh, wow.
And Judy has a little jug that she made there.
Actually, we had a little piece of her mum's here. But we're not talking about her mum today. We're talking about Roger.
Yeah.
But David Long is...
And not the local David Long.
Not the local David Long. Anybody wouldn't know who that is anyway. So this piece was, and you can actually see right there. So he got, he recommended, oh God, Roger ended up going to McMaster. From McMaster, he went up to Georgian College,
Where he...
following in the footprints. Actually, it would have been squashing the footprints of Robin Hopper because he's got bigger feet. And
Inherited Ann Mortimer.
well, yeah, because Ann Mortimer was teaching at Georgian College when he was there.
That's one of my favorite lines.
I love Ann.
I love Ann, too.
Yeah, actually, I got to send her a book. But anyway,
It's
yeah.
okay, Nancy.
So he goes to Georgian College, and in
Up in-
Georgian College,
up in Barrie.
What?
Up in Barrie.
Up in Barrie. And while he was there, he taught people like K.O. Young. And actually, it was Roger who told me the story about K.O. and
The extra O.
and the extra O. And he also taught, of course, Jane Wilson. Jane Wilson's work, of course, is absolutely exquisite. But what's really neat is not only do we have a piece by David Long, we also have a piece by K.O. Young that was done while he was a student of Roger's at Georgian College. This is a little bit different than his current
That's
work.
a project that Roger used to teach.
What was the project all about? How to bend a tube?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But, that was a project that Roger taught everybody.
Yeah, and here is, here's KO just using the word KO, no O Young. So this is a very rare when KO was young.
Wow. He's not even laughing, he's squeaking.
Oh my God. There's nothing in my coffee.
And so Roger was known as the Teapot King, you say?
Yeah, he was, because Ruth Gunter McKinley was known as the Queen. So.
That's how we got Roger. We were doing the teapot. No, what were we doing? How did we get Roger? How did we get Roger?
I don't know, somebody told me about him.
Yeah.
And anyway, off we went. This is
Gotcha.
one of Roger's teapots. Now, one of the interesting things about teapots, and I can't say this often enough, because I used to work for Wedgwood. And Wedgwood teapots, there is, and you can, any of you can go and Google this. There is a shape in Wedgwood. It's called the Lee-shaped teapot, L-E-I-G-H. So you go, any of you, you go, you Google it, you can Google it on eBay, you can Google, whatever the hell you do. It's a very specific shape.
Wedgwood Senator has a Lee shape.
No, it doesn't.
No?
No.
I thought it did.
No, that one has, I forget the name, it's not. Turquoise Eulander has the Lee shape.
And Buxton does too.
And Buxton, and that one that you like of ours, with
King
the
Cup.
daffodils, King Cup. Anyway, the Lee-shaped teapot, that shape was invented in the 18th century by Wedgwood, and it has been used consistently. And now bear in mind also that that particular shape is slip cast, and it has been in constant use since the 1700s. So, if you were to go today and buy a plain white Lee-shaped teapot, you're probably paying about $150 Canadian. If you were to buy, say, Ruby Tonkin or
pattern.
black Asbury, you're going to see them selling for about $5,000. I think a turquoise Yolander one is about $1,000. It's the same damn teapot. The only thing that you're paying for is the decoration, the time expended in making that teapot. Now, here you have a Roger Kerslake teapot. This teapot, that teapot, that teapot, these are handmade, unique in that there are, even if Roger was doing a similar form, it would be different. Why would it be different? Because here, where he's done this line, the glaze would break differently. And by the way, this is teapot number 2. And here, the way he's done the combing, everything about it. So every Roger Kerslake teapot is completely different. Now, also, when we had Roger's retrospective here, and he was kind enough to do, and did we ever save that damn thing?
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. On YouTube, there is a video of Roger talking about teapots, the whole form and function aspect of teapots. So if you go to YouTube, is it on our website?
It's on Clay Spots.
So Clay Spots, which is our YouTube channel. So if you go there, you can actually, there's this fabulous video about Roger talking about teapots, far more eruditely than I am. So rather than screw up and say something incorrect, go and watch on Clay Spots, CLAYSPOTS.
When I upload this video to YouTube, I will put a link to the other video on the
That's a really
description.
good idea, Brian. I keep you around for a reason. Okay, so then you will go, and he talks about the whole angle
Actually,
of
he
the dangle.
talks about the whole show.
The whole show. He does. So actually, you'll see some of these pieces.
All these pieces.
All these pieces. And then you'll see this absolutely wrapped collection of kids from Beale.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you were there, weren't you?
I
Yeah.
was.
And Nancy was there.
And you were there. And you were there, Toto.
All right.
You got red shoes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. John Fluvok, all Canadian. Okay, so Roger's work, and also one of the, we often talk about how as an artist gets older, they end up, the size of what they do does this trajectory. And so these large examples by Roger, as a matter of fact, I tried lifting this damn thing earlier, and it echoes. But
It's from 1974.
1974, 1971.
It's a good thing you checked.
It's a good thing that I can be right
It's
for a change.
it's the sister piece to the one that went to the ROM.
Oh yeah, that's right. We sold that one to the ROM, didn't we?
No, the ROM broke it.
The ROM broke it. Oh, okay. So anyway, but look at the way, like it's just wonderful the way he has the surface decoration and everything on it.
Because I think each side has a different decoration.
Yeah, it's pretty
Look at all the
extraordinary.
finger marks and from when he was...
Yeah, and if you look inside, you can see how the slabs have been attached. It's really quite extraordinary. Actually, this was a piece that my husband, Stephen, absolutely loved. So here you've got, I wonder if this was inspired by Georgian Bay. 'Cause,
Oh, look at that color at the bottom.
yeah, but this is 1971. This would have been right at the very beginning. This was probably, did I say 1971?
Yeah.
How much?
1971. Yeah, this was done in 1971. So this is when he was just a young strapping lad here from,
How much is it?
how much is it? It's $2,200. A
Mere bag of towel.
We've been working together too long. Okay, now, two of my favorite pieces are
The male.
the male and the female. And these are these were done for an exhibition.
This totally escaped me. That was done for Upstarts. This was done.
they were done at the same time.
Heather was somewhere when this was done, and I can't remember
In
where.
it?
No,
Yeah.
she was away somewhere.
Okay. Anyway, the thing that's interesting about this one, now remember, so here you've got this piece, then that piece, because it's all assembled, and you've got these little slabs here. And what's really cool is that this change in color is not a result of a change in glaze. This is the same glaze, but when he got to this, he opened up a new box of clay.
There's no glaze on here.
There's no
That's
glaze on that.
this part. He said that's not a glaze. That's It's just the clay being fired.
Well, I
So
know
this is just-
the separation in color is.
Cut your nails.
The separation in color.
Yeah,
This has got a glaze on it.
no,
right?
this is not a glaze. It's the different box of clay.
I know it's a different box of clay and how the glaze reacted to the different box of clay.
It's just the same clay, just a different box. So
I'm
that's
going to call him right.
yeah.
this
You
very
call
minute.
him.
Right this very minute. How do you do redial? There.
People like this.
People like this.
Yes.
This is a little banter
Yes.
where I'm proven right and you're proven wrong.
Sit down.
You know, Brian was so good about pouring the cup into. Where the hell is he?
We're waiting to find
We're
out
waiting?
who's right.
Yeah. Well, so much for that.
He might be going.
Oh, Roger.
Yeah.
Okay, you're online, so don't tell me anything rude. Okay, you know the large pieces that are the, we call them the male and the female pots? They're really, really large ones.
Quite tall?
Quite tall, yeah. And then one of them, the female, the coloration changes from a light orangey shade to a deep orangey shade where you had switched boxes of clay.
Yeah.
Okay, now I said that was how the glaze reacted to the clay. Brian says it's not glazed at all. Who's right?
There is a glaze on it.
There is a glaze on it.
Yeah, thinly. If it's very thin, it goes orange.
Thank you very much, because Brian is always thinks that he's right.
So do you.
Because so anyway, all right. So I was right and he was wrong.
This time.
That's this time, but that's okay. That's all I needed to hear was on live, on air, you telling Brian that he's wrong, so we can end this argument.
And
Okay.
how old is what? How old are you, Roger?
Oh, do you mind telling us what?
Professional.
I beg your pardon?
I think Brian's a student of the craft.
Yes. Now, just as a matter of curiosity, do you mind telling us how old you are?
82.
82. So
Yeah.
good, I was right as well there. Thank
This
you
time.
very
11th
much.
to the 11th, 1938.
1938. Thank you
48.
very much. 38.
38.
Anyways, thank you, Roger, because Brian had aged you another 10 years.
Oh, really? Thanks,
Yeah.
Brian.
Okay.
48.
38. If he's 82, that's 1938.
Okay.
Okay, Brian's math isn't too good. Okay, got to get back to this thing.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So we now have one of those rare moments where Brian has been wrong twice in a row, and he is
You just wait.
okay. So anyway, so here we have how the glaze has reacted differently to the clay, and this is a very, very thin glaze that has been confirmed by the 82-year-old guy I was just talking to, just so you know. Okay, now this piece, oh, and I want you to look at these handles. These handles are really quite dramatic. Now, if anybody thinks that handle looks familiar, remember that Tony Clennell was one of Roger's students. So this has a similarity, because the reality is that when artists do work, they are often, how about your baskets? Have you been influenced by any of your teachers?
Not for baskets. I'm more influenced by the ceramic artists here. But
Oh,
I'm
okay.
influenced by Chris.
By
Lake.
Roger.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you wanted to be here, because you
Yeah.
wanted to watch. See, Nancy came in to be our audience of one, to keep Brian and I apart. And here's another, look at how beautifully this handle, and this, by the way, this is a khaki glaze. I absolutely love this glaze. This was a glaze that I first came across years ago when I first opened the gallery, because Roger Kerslake, not Roger Kerslake, Robert Tatu also would often use that glaze. So here, by the way, if anybody's looking for a place to stash their weed, this is absolutely perfect.
Or for bread.
their dog biscuits.
Or for bread.
Or for bread? Is that what it's for?
It's a bread crock.
Yeah, okay, well...
It says so on the tag.
Is this one the yeah, and this bread crock was done in 1990. So there you go. Okay.
650. We're trying to sell 650.
Oh. Yep, that's how much it is. Which is a mere bag.
This is 1100.
This is awesome. This is raku. You know, as I say, Roger has done all the methods, and look at how exquisite this piece of raku is. It's his work is. You've got a nice piece of his.
I have several.
Yeah, and so there you go, and the way he handles and his handles are. What are you doing up there?
I'm filming the
turning.
Yeah.
But you can't see inside if you're down.
No, but you can see the dramaticness of the bowl.
It's pretty dramatic.
Yes.
Yeah, it's almost as dramatic as today's talk. Okay, and then here, you know, this is. Roger has a thing for the female form, and you can see, oops, there you go. Okay, arms akimbo.
But it's also a landscape.
It's also a landscape. Yeah, okay, that's good. And you know what, look at this. For anybody who's looking to have a cat in their home that they're not allergic to, this is beautiful. I love the way Roger constructs. So here you've got this wonderful throw-in ball. Outside, there's no glaze there, Brian. Did you want to feel it? Inside, however, there is a glaze. And here you've got... do we have many people watching, or are we just talking to ourselves?
No, we have people watching. That'd be great in Vancouver to go with Lola.
Oh, yeah, we could put Lola in it.
Yeah.
Have a lid made. So that, yeah, look at, so this is a wonderful example of a very, very stylized pussy. It's great. And is Danny watching from Wales?
I don't know.
Yeah, so he should be watching. If not, I'm going to chat to him.
That one
What?
is
This one?
650, I think.
This one is, no, it's only 475.
475 in your bagatelle.
Mere bagatelle.
Only one made.
Only, yeah, no, yeah. Okay, and here, see, here's that khaki glaze again. And again, wonderful, wonderful the way the spout, that little pouch there. And,
I guess he is watching.
And then, who, Danny?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the, from us. So, I don't
Well, don't get too close.
Well, you're the
Stand
one.
back there.
Okay, and look, and in here, one of the nice things
See the one
about...
with the shoes?
Danny?
Yeah. Who has the shoes that you're trying to hawk on people?
The shoes.
The sparkly shoes.
Oh, no, that's Louis Cirque. He's had those fabulous boots. They were awesome. No. No, Danny's into books the way I am. Okay, so there we go. So, and here...
That's gorgeous, that little cat.
Ooh.
Oh! I've been looking for that.
Well, it was undercover.
This is by Matthew Freed from Vancouver.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he'd be pleased to know that you've kept such care of it. Okay, so that's Roger, Shelter in the Storm. Okay, so we've got, and here's, and then, this piece, by the way, this was the signature piece for his exhibition. That was his art.
Roger Kerslake, potter, artist, teacher.
Potter, artist, teacher, and this is raku. For anybody who's, actually, I think there's a thing in here.
There it is.
Here we go. And that exhibition was September 2016. It's opened at the Carnegie Gallery, and then it came here.
In February of 2017.
Yeah, it was here. I think it came actually later than that. It was on time?
Yeah.
Yeah, figures. Heather organized it. It would have been on time. Okay.
And we're talking about Heather on Tuesday.
Yeah. So Roger's not going to be there. Heather, by the way, is Roger's wife.
Heather Driver Kerslake.
Yeah. And so here you now have this extraordinary collection of Roger's work. And
The wishing well.
Hmm?
The wishing well.
Oh, yeah. And here we have the wishing well. And we are wishing well that you are going to select one of these pieces. It doesn't need to be the wishing well. This is really, really quite wonderful. You know, it's but all of Roger's work, everything is so beautifully finished. Look at, just like Jillian in BC, the work is beautifully finished. It's always, that's because we show the top people.
It's true.
Yeah. So, but just look at that. So this is the same glaze that's on that teapot over there.
Beautiful khaki glaze.
But again, I love the way the glaze breaks. By breaking, folks, I mean the way that it breaks, just in case you were wondering. So there you go. And look at, you see that form there? Doesn't that remind you of that little pussy? So there we have,
They were probably made at the same time. Around the same time.
this is 2006.
Yeah.
When's the other piece?
I don't know. Let's look at it. They came at the same. 2004. Around the same time.
No, only 2 years apart.
Around the same time.
Yeah.
It's historical work.
Okay, so anyway, so here we have a wonderful selection of an extraordinary ceramic artist's
How do
work.
we get backwards?
Where? Oh, what am I supposed to be on there? So here we have, I don't know what the hell, I think that Brian and I are having COVID fatigue. So anyways, folks, there you have it. We have, and anybody desiring their own personal little mini video of a particular piece, just let us know. We can do that, and we can give you your own little thing for absolutely no charge until you say, yes, ship it.
And we ship all over.
And we ship all over. And do I have anything else to say? Do you have anything else to say?
We
you
will
want another
see you
opportunity?
tomorrow at Downtown with Jonathan at noon.
Oh yeah, tomorrow at noon we're doing downtown with me, and we're going to be visiting another shop that's on our other Instagram channel,
Downtown with Jonathan.
Downtown with Jonathan, and so you'll see tomorrow who we're going to be talking about. But regardless, again, be safe.
See you tomorrow at noon.
See you tomorrow at noon. Wear your mask. Bye.